Welcome back to Slayers Anime Review, episode number... I believe this is episode number 8. Yes. We're reviewing episodes 20 and 21 for the series. Yep. Well, those of you curious, is there anything noteworthy about these two episodes? Well, in the case of 20, it's basically... Okay, so... There's a thing in the episode where hints the fact that... Where, like, after the events of the previous episode, they go to the shack to cool down for a bit. Selphie goes out and gets some firewood. Gower, and of course, the whole thing of, like, there's some stuff that was said, and, of course, Gower calms her down. And he does talk about Lena, and Selphie kind of basically... I mean, yeah, she's obviously kind of got an exception with Gallery, but based on the way he talks about Lena, there is a slight possibility this episode hints the fact he might actually have a thing for Lena. Given the fact he's constantly traveling with her, not surprising. She kind of does the same thing next episode by implying Lena might have a thing for Gallery. Yes. And there's a funny bit, basically, that happens in 21 when it gets to that. So yeah, they basically go on to this ruined city, which apparently is the old town. Now, when we first see it from a distance, it looks like a modern town. Even though it's a ruin, but from the visual shot they show of it, which was really cool, the fact they did this. So they go in, and then they're attacked by a fishman. Not the ones from One Piece, no. It's basically a fish with human arms and legs. And his name is Rodimus. And he just flies to the place. Zangalis basically beats it by just pointing his sword up like this, and then the guy just whooshes right past, slices him in half, killing him instantly. Those of you curious, is he actually from the original light novel this episode is based on? Yes, he is. And watching these two episodes sees the fact that, yes, these two episodes are definitely from Volume 3. Yes. I kid you not. These are from Volume 3. It's like, I would say the beginning of episode 13, and then, like, these few episodes I've watched so far. Yeah, this is from Book 3. Yeah, basically what happened over the course of the previous episodes are pretty much filler. With the exception of episode 11, that actually is from a short story. So... Then they arrive at, well, after dealing with Zangulas once again, of course, they battle him next episode. So, then they arrive at the entrance to the underground laboratory, which Lena tries to use a fireball on it. Doesn't work. She says, oh, maybe the Dragon Slayer. Bad idea. That would destroy the place. So, Gallery proceeds to use a sword of light to slice, to break the barrier, and then the door is broken and they proceed to walk in, no problem. And they go inside, followed up by Kapi, Rezo, Eris, and Zangulas. So, they get to a crystal room where it's like, yeah, they get teleported to various locations. We have Lena with Selphie, we have Emilia with Zangulas, and Gallery is by himself, where of course Zangulas follows him, and they have their duel. By the way, 21 is noteworthy for being the last appearance of Zangulas in Season 1. Zangulas. Yes, as for the reason for it, not really sure exactly why, but probably because, well, here's the weird thing. He does not appear again until, like, the fourth to last episode of Season 2. Now, does he die? No, he just walks away. And, of course, Gallery basically gets a little bet. Basically, if he wins, basically, Lena will take him dinner. Yep. So we also have where Zangulas is with Emilia looking at a bunch of books, finally turns up back normal. And then Emilia just touches the wall and they fall right in the area where Selphie and Emilia and Lena are. And this is also the scene where Selphie suggests possibility, there's a hint of the fact that she might think Lena is in love with Gallery, but it's not hinted here per se. And then when of course Zangulas reunited with Selphie, he's like, "Oh, hi Selphie, I'm glad you're alright." And Lena's like, "What about me?" Yeah, this hints the fact that Zangalos might actually have a thing for Selphie. This Cephal, yeah, this is the first episode that hints at that. Yes, possibly, but it doesn't go anywhere at all. Yeah, then of course they find basically where these golems are, break the thing, and then Gallery has this duel with Zangulis, and then of course Zangulis leaves, never to be seen again in the season. If you're really curious about Zangulis, after the events of the next season, he never appears again in the show. Not really. Yeah. Excuse me, yeah. Yeah, and also watching these episodes, watching the previous episode with the whole thing with the light demons per se, yeah, with the demons. Yeah, that's how I see the fact that yes, at this episode, I think it was episode 20. I think it was when they mentioned the whole thing with the demons. Yeah. Yep. But definitely this is basically proven to be really good here. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, do I think basically that of how much more I get done tonight? Well, I could probably get on one more, and that's it. Yep. So yeah, that's particularly a particular view. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe to notifications. Going straight to the next episode. Okay. Thanks you. Bye.